I'd like to welcome everybody to Al Stu Miller Field for CCA Division One match between Dunkirk and Gowanda. Corey Alstrom with Shannon Davis today. First pitch expected in a minute. We'll go through the lineups here as they come in. Dunkirk starting defensively. Working our way around the outfield. We've got Jack Lansky in right, Alex Alstrom in center, Bryson Travis in left. Across the infield, Brady Corbett at third, Tyler Karen at shortstop, and Scott Korzinski second. Javi DeJesus playing first. Donnie Jackson behind the plate, and senior Nick Zatorsky making the start of the mound for Dunkirk. Batting for Gowanda. Leading off, Gavin Phillips playing center field. Catcher Blake Herman batting second. Shortstop. Hang on 1 second, make sure we got the right lineup here.
John.
What's the first names?
John is, yeah.
If you grab their lineup as I sent you the order. First pitch coming up here. Zatorsky toes the rubber and deals to Phillips. Foul ball to start. Umpiring crew for today is Ray Lindquist behind the plate. Ron Taddeo has the bases. It's a beautiful day for baseball, Shannon.
Yeah, it's the first real nice weather game we've had all year in Western New York. It's great to hear. We're out here in T-shirts.
Zatorsky misses low on that one. Looked like a curveball down.
Yeah, just missed. Good second pitch up in the count.
Today's game matches up a couple of teams, I think both of which hope to be in contention when the season's over. I think Gowanda's probably I don't know if it's the prohibitive, but heavily favored in the league, I think, this year.
Yeah, they just came off a big win against Olean.
Defending Class C sectional champions. I believe they graduated no one from that team, all 9 starters back this year, so I'm guessing that they expect to have a successful season.
Yeah, Zatorsky retires a leadoff batter there, ground ball to short. Tyler Karen makes a play, thrown over to Javi DeJesus at first. Blake Herman here up for the Gowanda Panthers.
Oh, rips the ball down through the left side, gets by Karen for a clean line drive single to left. First hit of the game. Aggressive young hitter. That was an aggressive swing.
Yeah, real hard, good swing. Hopped on the first pitch fastball there and got Gowanda going. If Gowanda does have a weakness so far, they haven't scored a ton of runs this season. The pitching's been outstanding. But if you can keep them off the base pass, you can stay in the game and compete with their pitching.
Zatorsky deals. John Ondas, fly ball down the right field line. That's going to be a tough play. That's kind of a tricky corner here in Dunkirk, where the pads come down from the tennis courts and meets the hill. It's kind of a funky section of how to play.
Yeah, even if he caught, he would have been out of play there. Are they going fence pole to fence pole down that line there?
Yeah, angles in.
Yeah, it's not a lot of room, and as Corey said, it goes uphill. So Lansky had no chance in that, but Zatorski's working ahead once again, which is a good sign so far for the senior pitcher.
Zatorski delivers. Pitch out looks like called.
Trying to give the young catcher there, Diane Jackson, a chance to throw a runner out and gain some confidence.
Yeah, it's an interesting match mix today with a left-handed pitcher. Theoretically, you're going to be able to hold runners on well, but a younger catcher behind home plate, learning his way in his first varsity season. Another foul ball. It's a good pitch by Nick. In on the hands to Ondas, who's a big, strong kid.
Probably up 1-2 now on Ondas.
Come on, here, let's go three.
Zatorski nibbles on the outside corner. Evens the count at 2-2.
Curveball there, never made it back into the zone from the lefty, trying to hit the outside corner. Ball 2.
Another curveball. That one just looked the spin out of Nick's hands. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ondas. It's as I like to say, good pitch to run on.
Yeah, you would think so. I'm a little surprised they haven't started running earlier here.
See if Coach Smith puts the runner in motion.
It's not going.
Not sure if he wasn't supposed to be going on that one. It looked like Nick froze him and he took a false step there and might have just thought discretion's the better part of valor and not get thrown out.
Yeah, absolutely. He did a little dance and even stepped back towards first on that move. And not much of a lead either. A little afraid of the lefty move out there. And speaking of lefty, we have a lefty hitter here for Gowanda. That is number 3, Maddox Browning, cleanup hitter with 2 outs. Runner on first.
Good job by Donnie to keep that ball in front of him. John Ondas on first base, an aggressive secondary lead there. This is another good count to run. You have try to work a man into scoring position for your cleanup hitter. Foul straight back, evens the count 1-1.
Throws it back in. And again, it's not much of a lead over there at first for
John Ondas over there, I think.
That's John, yeah. I forgot that there's 2 Ondas. Oh, no, he hit in the fielder's choice. That's right.
Another foul ball straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Just started here at Al Miller Field. 2 outs, top of the first inning, no score thus far.
This would be a big out for Zatorski, giving the Marauders a chance to take the lead in the first inning when their at-bats coming.
There goes Ondas.
Got him.
Clean pickoff by Nick Zatorski. Put out 1-3-6 if you're scoring at home.
Yeah, it's a real nice throw there by Javi. He had to get rid of that quick. The first baseman, Karen, was there and slapped the tag down for a bang-bang play at second.
Yeah, zero hesitation by Ondas. As soon as he knew he was gone, put his head down, went as fast as he could to second base and forced Dunkirk to make a clean throw and make the play. Kind of just how you teach it at home.
Absolutely. And with 1-2 count on the batter, why not take a chance? Now your cleanup hitter leads off the next inning with a fresh count. So I don't blame Coach Smith for trying something there at all. Get a runner in scoring position or new count for your cleanup hitter. It's a win-win situation, really. But on the other hand, it's a great start for the Marauders. You know, no runs. They had 1 hit, 1 runner on, and no runs. And that's exactly what you want as Zatorski. Relatively low pitch count for the first inning. And now the Marauders' bats got to come alive. And
they absolutely do.
Get a lead early would be great for them.
It's a lefty-lefty matchup here today in Dunkirk. Mound for Gowanda. Looks like a brother tandem, actually. Cole Herman thrown to his brother Blake.
Those moments are always special for any set of parents. Brothers playing together. I know if you experienced that in the past. And
I was lucky enough for 1 year to have them lined up together. And the COVID year kind of took a second year of that away.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I'm going to be lucky enough next year they both be in college at the same place, so hopefully be able to see them both in the same day.
And as he's finalizing his warm-up throws here, you're going to have Tyler Karen, the junior shortstop for the Marauders, leading off.
Looks like Coach Jagoda's going to start with first three hitters will be Tyler Karen, the shortstop, Alex Ahlstrom in center field, and then Bryson Travis will hit third today in left. And then if we get there, Jack Lansky in right field, batting cleanup. We talked yesterday. Tyler went to Myrtle Beach, kind of hitting a little farther down in the order, and needed to earn his spot, and has solidified his spot as the shortstop, really. And last 3 or 4 games, batted leadoff, been on base a bunch of times.
Yeah, the first game down in Myrtle, you saw the nerves. There's no doubt about it, which is completely normal for any first-time real varsity experience. But he settled in down there and is doing a nice job for the Marauders so far this year.
Steady is how I would like to describe the last week to 10 days or 5 games with Tyler at shortstop defensively. Makes the plays he's supposed to. Doesn't put too much pressure on himself.
Yeah, and he'll only get better.
Yep. You can tell the confidence is growing within himself as he makes a play, builds from game to game. And he's had a little something at the top of the lineup here. He's been very patient thus far. Fly ball to shallow center field. Gavin Phillips underneath. Settles under, makes the catch. 1 out. Bring up Alex Ahlstrom.
We had last night one of the wanting to wear sunglasses on the hat incidents while they're in the field. One of these safety rules as well. Confused a lot of people. It's not new this year, but it's a fairly new rule, isn't it?
Ooh, pitch down and away. Yeah, it must be.
Either on your face or not. You can't put them on your hat anymore. Apparently, someone must have got hurt somewhere having sunglasses on their hat. Seems a little silly, but there's a lot of silliness in this world today. So
I'd agree. Wonder what you do if the cloud rolls in the middle of the inning.
You have to call time and slow down baseball anymore. Seems we work a little high so far.
Yeah.
Went 3-1 on Tyler Karen out of start before the flyout, and now he's 3-1 on Ahlstrom.
Hey, win the battle here now, hey. Come on, kid.
Full count now on Ahlstrom after the called second strike. And Ahlstrom earns free pat to first and the first base runner for the Marauders tonight. And it feels weird to say tonight with all the sun out there.
It's a wonderful day out here today. Now we'll get a first chance to look and see how Cole holds runners on. Alex, a notoriously aggressive base runner. Bryson Travis shows bunt, looked like a straight take to me. to move the fielders around just to see what kind of defense they had on. Quick delivery from the stretch by Herman.
And he goes to first. I don't know if that was his best move, but it's definitely one of them.
Ball 2 down.
Come on now. Come on, 1-2. What do you say here? Move around.
Bryson having a good start to the season. Hit a big home run down to Myrtle Beach in the bracket final that Dunkirk was in the Mingo Bay.
Yeah, definitely showed a lot of pop down to Myrtle down there. Some you didn't see as much of last year, but he's had a real confident start and moved to the outfield. I'm sure you've talked about that a little bit, but he's doing a nice job so far.
Settled in there with Bryson in left and Alex in center. It's some serious ground that's covered for Coach Jagoda.
So Bryson Travis goes down swinging because first base was occupied. It's not a drop third.
Nope. Alex advances on aggressive base running. Ball in the dirt. Took off right away. Brings Big Jack Lansky up to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on second base. Puts him in scoring position. This is another spot where you wonder if Alex will be aggressive there to put himself in pass ball range with the left-handed pitching. Get the opportunity to put yourself in your blind spot and take third a little easier than normal. First pitch to Lansky, up and away.
This is a big at-bat for Lansky early in this game. You know, a 2-out hit would probably score Alstrom from second with his speed and give Marauders the lead early, which is something they're looking to, any team's looking to do.
Yeah, you get the first run, you take the pressure off your pitcher a little bit, give him a margin for error.
Yeah, and especially, you know, with a solid defensive team like Gowanda, they don't score again. They don't score a ton of runs, but they don't give up many either.
No, and they've made you earn the ones that you've gotten off of them.
Lansky's up 2-0. Good hitters count here. He's got to sit on a fastball if he gets it and maybe find a gap.
Jack also hit a big home. That's a long fly ball to deep.
It's going to be a tough play here.
Phillips tracks it back. Actually makes a real nice play in the gap. Yeah. That was a towering fly ball. Gave Gavin enough time to run underneath it and make the play.
Yeah, it's a nice play there by the center fielder. It was, you know, like you said, high, and he caught it on the run for the big out, and no runs after one here.
Yeah, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a minute here at Al Stummiller Field for the top of the second inning. Back for the top of the second inning here in Dunkirk. Nick Zatorsky back on the mound. He'll face the middle of the order for Gowanda. Ball 1.
Back, yeah, like Corey said, the 4-hitter is back up here after the pickoff at the end of top of the first.
Same thing. Way out in front. Way out in front.
Foul ball out of play. 1-1 count now for Browning.
Yeah, lefty-lefty matchups are typically favor the pitcher. High school baseball is a little bit of an exception to that because for a lefty pitcher, they don't see a whole lot of lefty batters that they throw to.
Yeah, and you can say the same of lefty hitters don't see a lot of lefty pitchers
Correct.
either. So a lot depends on the delivery, obviously.
Yep.
If they have one of those big sweeping curveballs, it will really affect the left-handed hitter. Just missed.
One's down.
3-1 count now. And again, he was down 1-2 when they got picked off. Now he's up 3-1 here to start the top of the second. Ooh, curveball, 3-1, gets the call, making a full count now. A little bit of respect there for the 4-hitter. That was me, I think I pulled it.
Hard ground ball to second base. Scotty Korzinski stays down on it, makes the play to first. Gets the all-important first out for Zatorsky.
Especially being down 3-1 count, hitting that curveball on 3-2 was key. And
Yep.
Came back a fastball on 3-2 and got the out.
There we go.
We have Smith up to bat. It's Tyler Smith. Ooh, just missed low.
There we go.
Peeled down to first base in the swing.
I think it was the right call.
I do too.
It's a borderline strike on the play. It must have been just a little low, but he definitely checked it. But as any coach will say, if a pitcher's going to miss, you want him to miss low. So that's a good place to live for Zatorsky,
Very hard to get hurt down there badly.
especially consistently.
2-0 offering. High fly ball in the infield. Brady Corbett calls it, makes the play, 2 down.
I don't know if the spectators could see, but if you haven't ever been here, the left side of this field this time of day gets tough. And Brady Corbett did a real nice job. You can see him shading the sun in his eyes with his glove and stayed with it.
Yep, 5 o'clock starts in the springtime here are difficult on the sun and going to get worse as the day goes on.
Yes, sir.
As Zatorsky gets strike 1. It's a really effective first 2 outs of the inning, but probably not the way Nick drew it up. It's not. I don't know that with 4-5 you want to live going down 2-0, 3-1 to them, but made quality pitches down in the count and got the first 2 hitters out. Ground ball to third, fielded by Brady Corbett. Steps, makes a throw across the diamond. 1-2-3 inning for Zatorsky.
Real nice looking inning by the Marauder pitcher Zatorsky, and good D behind him. On 1-2-3, and once again, the chance that they win this inning, they'll take the lead here early, going into the bottom of the second. We'll have 5, 6, 7 up for the Marauders.
Yep. We'll be back here in a minute to Al Stu Miller Field. Back here for the bottom of the second at Al Miller Field in Dunkirk. No score thus far. Leading off for the Marauders is Brady Corbett. Brady literally could not have had a hotter start to his season. I think he had hits in his first 8 at-bats down in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, he was 10 for 12 for the week.
Yeah.
Did a lot of good things. Hit curveballs, 2 strike hits, up the middle, opposite field. Really grew as a hitter.
Yep.
He's played for me and my summer team for a number of years, and you could see the maturation in his approach at the plate and was rewarded for it. Ball high, curveball stayed up there.
There's a solidly struck line drive to the gap.
In the gap, yeah.
It's going to get down.
There's
Going to be a play at second base because that's a good outfielder there in Phillips. Ball gets by the shortstop. Brady in for a sliding double to lead off. This is where things gets interesting for Coach Jagoda because he's got a couple of seniors coming up next as you try to get creative and put a ball on the ground here to move Corbett to third.
Yeah, it's a tough call. He's already in scoring position. Yet you give up and out, maybe get him to third, fly ball scores him, ground ball can score him.
Complicated by you got a left-handed hitter up. If Javi can pull the ball and get out, you're going to move him over that way as well.
And that's trouble though. Let's see if that, and that drops in there. Corbett was not able to advance, and that was a good job by him because you could. I don't know if the viewers could see that ball, but I don't know if it even made it to the outfield. But it was like a cue ball, perfect pull ball type shot, little dribbler right over the third baseman's head who was playing up for the bunt. And that
exactly
was
what we talked about. They were wondering themselves whether the bunt might be on. So he's in a step or two, and it laid in that spot that probably if he's playing bag even, he catches.
Yeah. And now you're in it even more interesting because you have a senior up, but no outs, runners for second.
Freshman on deck.
Right. You got your bottom of the order, and he is showing bunt here early and pulls it back for a ball. But, yeah, that's those tough calls as a coach. Any rule book or odds, like you got to bunt them over here. But, you are laying on some less experienced hitters at the bottom of your order.
Mm-hmm.
And he was swinging away there and had a good cut, followed it straight back to even the count 1-1. And that might have been a straight take on that first pitch, too. We don't know because it was a ball.
I tend to think so.
Like he did with Bryson Travis earlier.
I only wonder whether did Nick get one swing and the bunt's on here, or...
Yeah, well, we're about to find out. No, he's swinging away, and he pops it up here. Phillips is going to come in. Again, he's shown his defensive ability early. He came in to get that, and Satorsky could not help himself and didn't advance the runners at all either, which is the last thing you want as Coach Jagoda. But I don't blame him for not bunting him there with your bottom of your lineup coming up.
If you bunt there, you're almost obligating yourself to bunt twice to do it again in this spot right here with runners on second and third.
Right. So Donnie Jackson, the sophomore, starting behind the plate tonight, and is up with 1 out, runners on first and second. That was a little low. The umpire confused me a little bit the way he called ball. Yeah, I was like, it was definitely low, but I thought he might have called it a strike the way he announced it there. Close play. Again, Herman's got a good arm behind the plate. We were noticing that during warm-ups, and DeJesus almost got caught over there in the back pick
play, yeah.
And that's tough as a runner at second, but with that ball in the dirt and drop, Corbett technically could have advanced, but the last thing you want to do is get thrown out at third there. Big swing by Jackson. It comes up empty. But on a 2-0 count, I like that approach, man. He saw his pitch and he went after it. You can't fault him at all there. Good eye there. Just missing inside and maybe a little low.
Yep.
Nice and loose. Don't press here. Come on, kid.
And Coach Smith is coming out. I don't think he liked that call at all. And that was bang play at first, no doubt about it. But, you know, the umpire's on the other side of the field here, too. It's a tough call for him to see as the runner's diving in away from him also. And I think Smith is asking him to, you know, go talk to home plate umpire who might have had a slightly better angle on it.
I confer slightly here. It's a tough position to put yourself in. That's not really the home plate's umpire's angle nor call.
No, but
And there's multiple things going on there because
Do a job now. What do you say here?
one of them has the responsibility to monitor the runner on second to see what's going to happen on that play.
you know,
So
watching for balks, everything else. And
Yeah.
again, he's on the left side of third base. Make a call diving away from him with a moving first baseman too. Tough call, and you can't see the tag. The rule is to call him safe.
Yep.
And ball 4 for Donnie Jackson. Now we have bases loaded here.
it's one of the limitations of, and it's budgetary reasons why it is at this level. In a lot of states, high school varsity baseball is a 3-man umpiring crew. In a 3-man umpiring crew, there's a man sitting right between the base and the first base coach there to make that call.
And we're not even saying he was out. but
Yeah, just
it's-
saying if there's not a lot from
Right.
120 feet away that you can do to get there. He can't really move to get closer or anything along that line. You're living within the limitations, both as a coach and as an umpire, of what you have to work with here, which is
Absolutely.
there's only 2 of us. It's a big field.
Corners are up here. Looks like pitcher corners. We go home the first attempt here, and up the middle looks like they're going to try to turn 2.
Yep.
Korzinski's 2 up aggressively. Down 0-2 now. Swing and miss in the first pitch, and foul ball on the second. Down 0-2 here with 1 out, and the bases loaded. Bottom of second, Marauders looking to take the lead. Ball gets through. That's tough. Corbett's got good speed there. I didn't see the jump he got or not. But
Didn't have a terribly big lead coming off there. I think that might be one where the aggressiveness of Blake behind the plate there had him shortened up a little bit after a couple of back pick attempts.
No, well,
It's not a terribly long backstop here in Dunkirk.
no, kick to the side a little bit. With Corbett's speed with a good jump, I think he scores. But, again, you don't want to get that second out at home. And
That's high and gonna be foul.
the shortstop's able to catch it in foul territory.
Yep.
So 2 pop-ups now with runners in scoring position. Neither Satorsky or Korzinski was able to move a runner.
Yeah, not productive outs.
No, you know, and especially when you get down, and hitting a baseball is not an easy thing, as we all know. But now a lot of pressure on the junior here with 2 outs, bases loaded. Herman goes back to the windup here, so should give the base runners a good jump. But again, they have to be careful with the Herman behind the plate because he already showed he will backpick. There, and he might have had a shot there, and the catcher there, Donnie Jackson. I think it's Ondis over at first. If he was there, I bet he throws that, and he might have had him.
Yeah, really aggressive behind the plate, throwing the ball.
You know, and a good defensive catcher really can affect a game, especially in high school. Marauders had that for years here with Phil Messina.
Yep.
Was really always tough to play against.
Ball up. 2-2.
Here you go, 2.
Tyler Karen flips the count back around, evens it up at 2s. Normally an action pitch here where the pitcher doesn't want to go 3-2.
It's still not coming.
Yeah, with 1 out I understand being conservative with 2 outs.
That would have been bang bang though. Herman, he's pretty quick behind there too. The ball bounced back towards him also. I think you would have a better shot on the first one. Now it's 3-2. Runners will be moving here. Real chance to take a 2-run base hit here for Karen. And there's a little confusion. I don't think that Jesus or Jackson really were running there. with 3-2, 2 outs, they
No.
both kind of stopped.
No, but Brady was. He was
Yes.
right.
Yeah. And that, I mean, it didn't end up hurting him, but that can cost you a run or
Yep.
even beating out a fielder's choice or whatever.
Yeah, make him make the long throw if you're moving.
Mhm.
Come on out.
So now that's a big walk there by Herman. He wanted that pitch because now you have Alex Alstrom, the veteran center fielder here for the Marauders. And
Come on, hey, come on, kid. What do you say here?
First pitch missed just down. Second pitch down as well, 2-0.
And now Herman has to go at Alstrom here, and he knows this, so he is going to be teeing off on the pitch here if it's there.
No place to put him. Fastball count.
And he
3-0.
misses high.
That would-
And Zinda, it looks like he is running around to warm up here for Gowanda.
Yep, action in the bullpen.
Yeah, and Smith must have told them to hurry up
Yeah.
because they are running over to the softball field area to start throwing. And Herman looks a little frustrated on the mound, so I don't blame him. He wanted that. I don't know if it was Alex's first pitch or a pitch against Karen. He wanted a strike call.
I think it was Alex's first pitch
I
that he
think
wanted.
you're right there. Yeah, I think you're right.
This is an interesting decision for Coach Dragotta.
Yeah.
You got a veteran hitter up here who's known for being disciplined, also known for some pop in his bat. Does he release him? No, that looked like a straight
it.
take.
Yep. And we don't know if that was Al's choice or
Yep.
Dragotta's choice. It could be either one.
Very likely you're going to get another pitch just like that. Oh, just underneath it. That ball's caught by the shortstop going out. Dunkirk gets one but leaves the bases loaded.
Up one after two now. And, good inning for Marauders getting a run, but they left some on the table. There's no doubt about it. That's a leadoff double by Corbett who set him up. But now they got the lead, and Zatorski's, been working ahead, and hopefully he will continue to do that as he settles in. I like this too. The umpires are talking. They're out there talking about the plays and calls, and you just like being a player, an umpire, you should be constantly working, communicating, learn from every pitch yourself, and obviously actively involved in the game. It's nice to see.
Looks like here we got to wait for Donnie Jackson to get, who's left on base there then. So we'll take a minute break here while we switch over. We'll be back in Dunkirk for the top of the third. Dunkirk leads 1-0. Zatorski delivers, starts with a strike.
Good low strike, exactly what you wanted for Coach Dragotta. You take the lead, and your senior pitcher goes out there and throws strike one. I think he might have fooled the hitter there, thinking it was going to be a curveball. It's a high fastball, and chase it there. Now he's down 0-2, fouling it off. Just a little inside there. Good 0-2 pitch. Coach was asking where it was.
just missed out. Nick using both edges of the plate there. Missed one just off in, one just out.
Hey, trust
Good
the hand.
series of pitchers here by Zatorsky to start though. 2-2.
There you go.
And he's worked his way back into the count.
Yeah, 0-2-3-2.
Yeah. That's his Alex Paczynski, another Dunkirk.
We're gonna leave that.
name.
We're gonna leave that one to you to say today.
Are you kidding me? Any Dunkirk person should be able to say that name without any problem. And ball 4 for number 19.
That's right.
Oh, Gowanda. Yeah, you just lost some street cred in Dunkirk, Corey, for not knowing how to pronounce a Polish last name.
I think I kept more by not massacring it though.
I have no street cred in Dunkirk, so we're all right.
First pitch again, a strike for Zatorsky, straight up. Dunkirk going to get an out on that play no matter what, as the positioning of the fly ball made the runner on first have to pretty much stand in the bag.
Yeah.
So Javi composed himself, got under it, made a call, or made the play, but being honest about it, even dropped, the runner first base is going to be out there.
You would think
No
so.
chance to go anywhere.
You know, they kept tailing away. You almost would have liked the second baseman to call Javi off there.
Hop, 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 hop.
And that's unfortunate. Zatorsky slipped on that play, and Zinda is not known for his speed whatsoever.
Still
Fell
had a
down,
chance.
hesitated, and still almost threw him out at first. But Zinda was able to beat it out. Unlucky play there. And let's make sure Zatorsky's okay. Ground's still a little soft, obviously, in Western New York, although the field looks great considering.
That's another one that if you're looking back, it looked like Zinda actually pulled up a little bit running down first base.
Oh, okay, I
I
couldn't
think that's
see.
what Coach Smith wanted us to check out, is to make sure he's okay. That's another one there. If you're being honest, you probably want the third baseman to call off the pitcher there. He's moving towards home.
Yeah,
Not such a big deal normally, but with a lefty pitcher who's going to have to pivot on that.
yeah. Well, he does have more. Third baseman, righty or lefty pitcher, is going to have more momentum, can
You're right.
see everything in front of him. Oh, Nick just stretching, but he was kind of leaning over his knees there as well.
Yep. Both guys, tweaked or stretched or.
And that would be the last thing Gowanda wants to see is one of their star pitchers.
Yeah, it looked like he was grabbing his groin.
Yeah, and Zinda's a tough kid, and he's not going to admit if he's hurt. Coached him back when he U13 but baseball up in Buffalo, and he doesn't say much and he doesn't complain. He just goes out there and throws hard, and never was one to complain. So now back to the top of the order here.
Top of the order, runners on first and second.
Center fielder Phillips showing off his
Okay,
defense
you
so
go.
far. Looking to get a big hit with one out, runners on first and second.
Second, you're
Get a
fine.
swing, bunt and single.
Drop him out there. Hey, get it. You're not even catching. You're still coming back. Come on.
Bat the ball.
In your way, time.
Decent.
Yes. He had 2 center fielders with teammates last year in the summer on the Western Prospect Showcase team.
Good pitch there by Zatorsky, right at the knees, swing and miss by Phillips.
Hey, drive on, Gav. Here we go. Here we go.
Not sure who called that. Everyone looked a little surprised. No, I don't think it was a hitter.
Where is it? Come on! Called it 3 times last inning. Come on, Rico, good. Right here, defense, make a play.
Coach Jagoda did not like that ball call, and he let the umpire know. Now Zatorsky falls behind 3-1.
What are we doing?
I don't know what he did there, but he had the runner at second completely fooled. He was breaking, running, almost standing on second base, and the ball got in the home. It's unusual for at second, yeah.
Normally you can get aggressive with a left-handed pitcher at second base, but you kind of get in his blind spot.
Corbett chose not to get the lead runner there, but he did get an out. That is a key. And now we're going to have an intentional walk here for Herman. And that'll bring Ondas to the plate, the number 3 hitter, with 2 outs, bases loaded. So back-to-back half innings here, bases loaded, 2 outs.
It's just putting, I think that's just Coach, both good hitters. I think that's just putting a force play and giving his players a bailout here.
Showing confidence in your pitcher with strikes because, you know, he doesn't have any room to walk anyone there. But Nick's been throwing a lot of strikes early in the count so far this game.
Aggressively.
That is true. First pitch, I believe. Ball 1 high on Ondas. Let's go to making some defensive adjustments here prior to the pitch. 1-0 count now, bases loaded, 2 outs for Gowanda, down by 1 the top of the 3rd.
Good pitch by Zatorsky.
Challenged him with the fastball and won it.
Good hard fastball, lower end of the zone, inside corner. Zatorsky just missed, not sure, must have been the outside corner.
Yeah, it's hard for us to tell from angle if that was outside or not. But
didn't look high or low, so it must have been left-handed curveball coming back. Maybe didn't get back to the plate.
That one you can see Jackson reaching a little bit on that one, but now he's down 3-1 with the bases loaded. Now the pitcher has to pick up the coach here a little bit after the intentional walk. Both pitchers now walk the runner in.
Strategic move by Dunkirk did not work out in that particular case.
Hey, Ben, sit back. Look apple.
Here we go, here we go. Grab it out, let's go, hit.
Gowanda evens it up on that 1-1. 2 outs. Top of the inning here. Max Browning up.
Big at bat, chance for takes the lead. Zatorsky starts ahead, gets in early, foul ball, good pitch in the outside corner at the knees.
Second for Gowanda, we've got Zinda on 3rd. The catcher, the younger Herman Blake at second base. John Undis at 1st. Maddox Browning at the plate.
Crowd's starting to work on the umpire a little bit. I thought he was going to say hi in that, honestly, myself a little bit, but must have just missed. 1-1 count. Throws a little extra heat on that fastball.
Challenge him up, fastball upper end of the zone. Gets him to swing through it. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Throw, you can just touch home here through the catcher. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Back to the high fastball, and the ball gets away, and that's twice now. Donnie's thrown it in the dirt. First time Nick scooped it. Second time he at least knocked it down. There's no speed at first base with Zinda, or third base, excuse me, with Zinda. Well, you don't want to give a run out that way.
No, absolutely not.
Again, young catcher. A lot of pressure on bases loaded right now. Hit on 0 attempt to get out of the way. Gowanda now is going to take the lead and walk a runner in and hit a batter in. Need a big out here.
Tyler Smith comes to the plate.
Zatorsky starts ahead.
Drive.
Back in the bat, we're moving.
There you go.
Tyler's 0 for 1 today.
One ball, one strike on Tyler Smith.
Come on, make a play here.
Next pitch, last pitch was the 50th for Zatorsky, so some for the last 12.
There you go.
Low and in. And he was at a pretty efficient game 2 coming into this inning.
Yeah, the second inning was, I didn't see if you look, but that'd be about an 8-pitch inning.
Yeah, no doubt.
Zatorsky gets the sign, takes the set, delivers.
Good stop there by Jackson, saving a run. Herman was looking at third. The catcher was looking to come home. We know he's an aggressive player.
Mm-hmm.
That ball gets past him. I'm expecting he's coming, especially with 2 outs here. And Smith is 0 for 1 at the plate.
Stark contrast from last inning when Dunkirk got the bases loaded and Herman decided to go from the windup. Zatorsky stayed in the stretch here.
He always pitches from the stretch, though.
Let's go. Throw me a ground ball.
And
pitch.
full count. We'll see runners move.
Wash, rinse, repeat. Here we go. Win the battle here. Picking him up, D. Picking him up. Let's go hit.
And ball 4. Coach Jagoda going to take a moment to go out to the mound, try to settle his senior lefty down. Gowanda takes a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, it's a real unfortunate here for the Marauders. They took the lead, and Zatorsky was pitching well, and then the second, third, you got that. Oh, before that, you got that swinging infield single where Zatorsky slipped. They would have been out of this inning with no runs if he didn't slip on that play, if you think about it. So, real unfortunate break and a couple questionable calls at the plate. And all of a sudden, Dunkirk finds himself down 3-1 here in the top of the third.
Yeah, largely a best described as self-inflicted wounds here.
Yeah. Blue is going to say he's given a little extra time, but here he comes to break this little conversation up.
Yeah,
If I didn't know better, I think Frank waited for him to get all the way to the mound before he started walking away.
very likely. Yeah, if not for the slip there, that would have been set up for a 1-2-3 inning. It was a pop out.
There was runner on. There was one runner on because it made it first and
walk,
second.
yep.
But they would have got out of the inning with one runner on. No run scored with the lead still. So it was a tough break. Yeah, because the next batter after that grounded out to Corbett, second, third, 2 outs, and then intentional walk, and then walk, hit batter, walk.
4 walks and a hit by pitch in the inning. That's going to score a run in pretty much every inning.
Yeah.
3 traditional walks, one intentional, but 5 free base runners.
Attaboy. Way to get ahead. Here we go.
He only houses room for 3 of them at a time out there.
Yeah.
Here we go, D. Let's go hit. Find a spot here.
You need to get it out here up 0-2. Get out of this inning and come back with your own runs if you're the Marauders. Good pitch there. Ground ball to Karen at short. Takes a short route to Korzinski at second for the force out in the third and final out of a long inning for the Marauders, giving away almost, you could say, 3 runs.
3 runs on 1 hit.
Oh, and it wasn't even, if
40,
you call it a hit,
about a 40-foot hit.
Right.
On 1 hit, 4 walks, a hit batter, 3 men left on base, and going to the bottom of the third inning, we'll have Gowanda up 3-1 on Dunkirk. We'll be back in a minute. thought you had me. Back here for the bottom of the third inning. Bryson Travis leading off. First pitch delivered as a ball.
Yeah, Marauders got 3, 4, 5. Good hitters up to answer that 3-run top of the third by the Panthers. And Travis is up early 2-0. Let's see what Herman. He was got a little rattled in the bottom of the second. Zinda was warming up for them. So let's see if he can settle in here, continue to struggle, and goes down 3-0 quickly to Travis.
And it looks like Coach Smith sends Zinda over after he cleared third base here. It appears up on the softball field there's a Gowanda player loosening.
That's definitely Zinda. You can't miss him with the hair.
Excuse me.
So 3-0 pitch here, straight take, no doubt about it if you're Travis, and it was 3-1, and now he's still way ahead though.
Yep. There's a hard line drive, dipping. Gavin Phillips get a good jump.
Yeah. Again, we talked about the value of a good defensive catcher. A good defensive center fielder is not quite as valuable if you don't touch the ball as much, but you can make a big difference in center field as well. Up the middle. You want to be strong up the middle. And,
it's also a field today that if you notice both him and Alex, you can play aggressive in center field.
Just not going to roll.
Yeah, ball that gets over your head. Jack Lansky hit a ball 398 feet yesterday, and it stopped 398 and a half feet from where he hit it. Hit the ground and plugged like a 9-iron.
Right. And if you're, corner outfielders, any outfielders know that, go after it, and the other one's
sell out. It's going to be sitting right there if you miss it.
Yeah, and the other one, no doubt about it.
Jack had a big day yesterday. 2 doubles, 1 to dead center field, about warning track, which is the deepest part of the ballpark. A towering fly ball that beat the center fielder. Had another double in the right center field gap. Jack hit a strong opposite field home run down in Myrtle Beach as well.
And his first out was a long.
It was a long fly ball that Phillips had to run down.
Yeah. And I'm willing to say, based on the outfielders I've seen so far, and I'm not talking any of the throwing outfielders, but any of our opponents that we've seen so far, none of them would have caught that ball.
Yeah, that's a double in most scenarios, I think.
Absolutely. And there's a run, at least 1 run difference at that point. You know?
There was a runner on at the time.
And then,
2 outs, I think, so probably moving on the pitch.
And Lansky was staying second with 2 outs with Corbett up. Lansky draws the walk, and Corbett led off at the next inning with a double. So.
Yep.
So 1-out walk here drawn by Lansky. Again, Herman hasn't thrown too many strikes this inning. He was down 3-0 for Travis fastball, and then he flew out, and now Lansky walks. So we'll keep an eye on that. How long does Smith stay with Herman if he continues to struggle?
Looked like he just sent somebody from the dugout to check on Zinda's progress, so
Yes.
wonder if this isn't possibly the last batter.
Especially if he walks him. Man, he started out high, 1-0. Not much of a lead over there for Lansky.
Yeah, Cole's at about
Come on, stay over the plate. Stay over the plate. Come on. Here you go. Here you go. Head down.
51 pitches, only 22 strikes so far in the day, so struggling around the zone.
Her brother Herman wanted that call. He held it up there a long time after the pitch.
It's right at the top edge, but it's a similar pitch to the one that Frank didn't like. It's,
Yeah.
if you're not getting it either way, there's no whole lot you can say about it. If it's not a strike, it's not a strike today. As a pitcher, you have to adjust and come down in the zone. And
Yeah. And we saw a lot of that in Myrtle.
Yeah.
There was a real low until the last game or two. No one's called a strike over the belt.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You know it as a pitcher, and as a hitter, you got to kind of love it because it narrows that strike zone quite a bit.
Good pitch, changeup looked like down. He pulled the string on.
And Corbett's credit, he got 3 hacks up there, and you're not going to get a hit every at bat, but he didn't go out there taking pitches either. So now 2 outs. Lansky's still at first, and senior Javi DeJesus is up, who had about the perfect place single.
Yep.
The lead off to first. And that's one of those pickoff moves. You obviously don't know your runner, and you haven't really been paying attention.
I was just thinking
to
the
lead.
exact same thing.
Because the only thing you're going to get out of that, he's about 2.5 steps off the base the entire time he's been there.
And not going anywhere.
Right.
Jack is not known for his...
Right.
Yeah, he didn't... Nicely put. He didn't choose baseball over running 110 meters down there. It's not his.
Right.
It's not his forte. He's a big, powerful kid, going to hit the ball a long way, and ideally not need to run real fast to circle the bases.
Exactly. About the only thing he could accomplish there was giving him second base.
And we covered this yesterday.
Good stop there by Herman.
Yes, during the broadcast. Dunkirk. We talked about a little bit where they're going to pull the pole out there in right field. There's only about 15 feet of foul territory between first base and where one of our camera positions is actually. So a ball that gets by the first baseman there, it does not have to squirt foul to be out of play.
Exactly.
Actually happened in the game yesterday where...
So Zinda is coming back, and he looks like he's ready. Brother Herman was buying some time.
Looks like some action in the Dunkirk bullpen down behind us as well. Looks like Bryson Travis loosening up. Getting to be that time with both of them. It's a Saturday game, which you don't normally have. You're going to have another game on Monday, which brings one less day to recover pitch count-wise to be eligible.
Busy week.
Dunkirk,
most teams have 3 league games next week.
Dunkirk has a rivalry game on Monday playing Fredonia.
We'll be here for that game,
in Fredonia for that game.
We'll be in Fredonia for that game.
Yep. Fredonia School District is gracious enough to give permission to broadcast that one, so we'll stream it as well. Weather permitting, scheduled for 4:30 on Monday.
3-0 pure straight take there by Javi.
Field for that game likely also TBD, weather permitting.
Well, you would think. I know they practice. Oh, my.
Yeah, that ball was about a
40-foot.
Yeah, I was going to give him credit for 55.
55. And I
think looks like Coach Smith put down the clipboard there. That's going to be all for Cole today. He'll leave the book open on him with the 2 runners that he'll leave Zinda to deal with. I'm assuming the move's being made here. He hasn't actually made them. He hasn't actually made the motion yet. But he warmed up another pitcher. Maybe giving him a chance to settle down, letting him know.
You do have a lefty versus a lefty here, and that could be the deciding factor.
This is your hitter. Get us out of this, and then we'll figure out what to do in the 4th.
But is this is this going to be one of those examples you're overthinking it, lefty, especially in high school baseball?
Throw it over.
Or are you're being smart as a coach? You do have a 3-1 lead, so I guess it gives a little bit, but
Let's go. Break it
There's a
up.
Nick's a type of hitter can do some damage. There's no doubt about it. He had started that 3 home run game
Yes,
in
he
the
did.
championship game, going deep in center
Coach-
field himself.
Coach Smith going to stay with his lefty for at least one more batter. See what happens here. Go lefty-lefty.
I'm willing to bet a lot of money that if Nick gets on one way, shape, or form, it'll be his
This
last.
will be his last out.
Yeah.
It's a tough spot for coaches to be in because depending on what happens here, he gets on, you put your reliever in a lot of pressure, bases loaded coming in.
Absolutely. And not to mention a lot of pitches. And again, like you said, they
Ball misses.
umpire made a nice stop on that one.
You see, I'm making you moving. Come on, look the back up.
So we're at
1-0 count for Zatorsky, and
I'll tie him back up for you.
2-0 count
2-0
now on
count.
Zatorsky. Do you make him take one here, or do you give him the green light
I
and
think
pick a pitch?
I think you definitely make him take one here.
Oh,
And
and he
Coach
was
Jagoda
swinging.
did not. That's why we're over here, Shannon.
Yeah, no, I don't. This especially with 2 outs. You got Donnie Jackson on deck too, sophomore. And even after it, pulled his head, but he's still up 2-1. And now ball 3.
Might had something to do with that delivery. Looked like,
Hey, zone in here. Zone in here.
Going into this at bat with, according to our unofficial count, the first pitch to Zatorsky was pitch 65. So
Yeah,
it's a tier for rest. He could finish this. He could start and finish this batter and be at that level.
Hey, here we go. Through your header, kid. Let's go, kid.
oh, that might have been ball 4.
Might have.
Close.
Now you win the
Good
battle.
aggressive swing though.
Yep, absolutely. Never fault a hitter for wanting to get a hit. Now it's 3-2, 2 outs, so this probably is one of the few ways Lansky does score on a hard hit ball. He's got to get a good jump out there. And Javi DeJesus,
Something in the
first,
gap's going to have
yeah.
a chance to score.
They got to get a good jump. Make sure there's no back pick here because he's not being held on at first if you're DeJesus. Back. I don't know. Yeah, I think that was a little miscommunication because Herman was a little mad no to stand at second base.
That
on
was really close to a balk with his hands coming up at the time he moved.
Again, a late jump by Lansky. They got to do better at that. But
Yep.
ball 4
And
hasn't hurt him yet.
Coach Smith coming out right now for
Yeah.
the second trip, third in the game, so I think that'll be all.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he took the ball.
Zinda's, well, he hasn't got the call yet. There.
I think it was more of a
Yeah.
formality. There's a process that a lot of teams have with how the ball goes from person to person. We're going to try to get the changes here for Gowanda as we come back after the pitching changes, as we get some time to warm up. But I think all the changes he has is just positional. I didn't see anybody new come out of the dugout. So we'll be back in a minute here. Al Stuhlmiller Field, bases loaded. Bottom of the third, new pitcher coming in. Dunkirk trails 3-1. Back here in Dunkirk, Brian Zinda on the mound now. Number 31, hard throwing right-hander. Donnie Jackson at the plate. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Gowanda leads by 2. First pitch up, ball 1. Totally different look for Dunkirk hitters now.
I was about to say the same thing. It's going to be just speed, angle, everything, style of pitcher.
Yep.
You know, Zinda's like the wild thing for me. He's going to come at you, and he's going to be throwing hard.
Yep. A little bit of a hook 3/4 action on his delivery where Cole was kind of a straight over the top left-handed pitcher.
But he's down 2-0 here early. You think he's got to be taking a strike here.
Race it easy here. Come on, kid. Come on here, Donnie. Go, Donnie.
Ball
3. No
Not-
place to put him right now
Yeah.
with a young hitter in his first varsity season. I am
Let's go,
gonna.
yeah.
You might take
We're
2.
gonna, we're gonna bet the house that he's taking 1,
Absolutely.
and you might 2.
Yeah.
Took something off there on that
Yeah, a
pitch.
little.
Settled down.
Nice and easy here. Up
Little form pitch. And now, let's see, it's 50-50 chance he's taking on this one. Worst case scenario, it's 3-2 and runners are moving with 2 outs.
Ball.
Oh, that was a high. That has not been a strike all day. I will definitely say that. And you got a call there now.
Made with much chagrin from the Dunkirk faithful.
Man,
Looked like that was a straight take put on by Coach Jagoda. Possibly bailed out there.
Yeah, definitely was high, and now he goes higher. And Donnie's got to learn as a catcher, you never show up an umpire. You
Yep.
never show. I don't care. You know, he turned and gave him a look, and you want that pitch for your pitcher the next inning. As frustrating as it is,
Yep.
you have to be his best friend as a catcher.
It's a maturation process. It just comes with time.
You know, so another walk-in run. I mean, all 5 runs, a hit batter or walked-in run so far.
They have all been, quote, earned,
Yeah,
but neither team has really earned a run.
no. And Scotty was taken all the way there, but I don't like how he took. He just stood straight up and down, did not time out the pitch, did not give a stride. You give an umpire a huge zone when you do that, and you don't do yourself any favors timing that pitch out. But
Scotty right on the barrel, but it's going to be right at the center fielder. Makes the catch. Zinda limits the damage that inning. Dunkirk gets 1 back. We're going to head to the top of the 4th inning. Gowanda leads Dunkirk 3-2. We'll be back in a minute here at Al Stu Miller Field. Back here in Dunkirk with the top of the 4th inning. Nick Satorski back out on the mound. For Gowanda through 3 runs on 1 hit with no errors. Dunkirk 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. Satorski sitting on 58 pitches. Some decision time coming up for Coach Jagoda. The busy week coming next week. First pitch is ball number 1.
Yeah, because if he maxes out, he can't pitch again until Friday.
Yeah, I
Does
think
you guys play Monday, Wednesday, Friday also?
Yes, I imagine the first decision is he's got about 6 pitches in whether he can throw Monday or not. With the rivalry game of Fredonia.
Ooh, tough play here. Javi, yeah, and he's going to beat him. He almost, second base, would want to take that. Javi went way over to get it, and Satorski got beat getting to first base there.
Yeah, hustled over. I don't know that he got the greatest jump initially, but Nick hustled over, got to the bag as quick as he could.
Yeah, it was a bang-bang play. Hitter did a good job getting down the line, and no one did. I mean, everyone was aggressive and tried to make a play, but unfortunately for the Marauders, he's safe at first. So another infield hit here for the Panthers. She's back on now. Herman, pitcher moved to center field. Hits right-handed. Up to bat. Line drive right at the shortstop. Good choice there. Good choice there. Not going to first. He did jump a little bit, but that's a long throw for Karen.
Yep, runner read the play right, too. Took a couple of steps, immediately retreated.
But it's a big out. I think it looked a little harder off the bat than it really was.
Yeah, I don't think that was all solid on the barrel.
It up, yeah.
I think it was off the end a little bit.
Sometimes it fools you and it goes off the end of the bat like that. And this double play ball right here. Karen to Korzinski, throws to first, and Zinda's just jogging to first. His leg must be bothering him, but he's not known for his speed either.
No,
but there's
but
a great double play.
Yeah, I wonder if his leg isn't bothering him. I also noticed that they did send somebody else up to get loose. It looked like the catcher, the younger Herman brother up there getting loose. So I'm wondering if that wasn't just Zinda settling down the inning and we're going to have another pitching change here.
Could be. We'll have to see here.
Though regardless, he's going to have to play the field now because they
Herman's
they're doing a quick.
Back,
he's just getting loose. The catcher that was must not have given him enough time to get loose. The catcher that was warming up
was using his equipment
too. Using his equipment. They're doing a quick changeover and looks like Zinda's heading back to the mound. And again, we're decision not yet with Zinda.
No, but you can't imagine both Herman will be fine for at least Wednesday. I don't know if he'd be okay for Monday or not. How many?
Be really close on Monday. Let's see. Scoring according to Game Changer scoring according to Emma Ahlstrom is he ended on 71 pitches. So where did he start? That last batter is the question. It'd be really close as to whether he was at 65 or over.
Is that 3 days rest, 65?
65 will get you eligible on Monday.
Saturday.
I don't know what.
Is that 2 days then?
Yeah, it's
okay.
High school baseball and their way they count things is weird because today counts for a day.
Yeah, no, absolutely, it is weird, and you can't finish a batter, and that's why for our viewers out there, when he's saying depends where he started. If he had 64 when he started his last batter, Zinda just limped a little bit after that last warm-up pitch, too.
It gets logged on as 64 or at 65, and then he's eligible for that rest.
Yeah.
It's kind of a speed-up function of the pitch count rules in that they don't necessarily want teams changing pitchers in the middle of at-bats.
Yeah, and Little League does the same thing with that.
Yes. Top of the order up for Dunkirk here in the bottom of the 4th, it looks like. Left Tyler Karen, Alex Ahlstrom, and Bryson Travis. Not a whole lot to report as far as hitting success for anybody on the day. It's been a bunch of walks and 3 total hits between the two teams. 4 total hits between the two teams.
And really,
and even
has
those
2
hits,
infield. They had 1 hard line drive, number 2 hitter, first pitch, top of the first, hit a nice hard line drive single. Other than that, it's been 2 infield hits.
Yeah, a ground ball to the pitcher that he slipped on and a ground ball to the first baseman that the guy just hustled down and beat out. Well, this is where this gets interesting here for Coach Smith. If it's for some reason he needs to change his in out, it looks like the catcher's the next person in, and that's going to require a multitude of fielding changes.
Yeah.
And he does not have a big bench. 11 guys in there. You have a decision of what to do in that DH spot, or what was the DH spot.
Zinda was doing some warm-up at first base, so I guess he could go in and play first base, too, if he stayed
Also,
in the game.
re-enter the kid he was hitting for, and you just have to hit for himself from now on.
Right. So he does have some flexibility there. And Zinda didn't like that last ball call. Must have just been outside.
The catcher pulled it back a little bit, so I think that stands the reason it was off the plate away.
3-1 now on Karen.
Yeah, he's obviously struggling slightly with his lower half. I don't know if on that play hustling down to first base on the infield hit we're referring to.
That might have been ball 4, but that...
Oh, nice play.
The shortstop's able to come up with it.
I think it definitely was ball 4. Up in the zone. Bring Alex Ahlstrom up. 1 out, nobody out. Or no, 1 out, nobody on. 4th inning, Dunkirk trailing 3-2.
This is only second time through the lineup?
Third.
I was going to say.
Alex with a walk and a fly ball to center. Two balls, no strikes.
And that was probably about the same pitch that Karen just hit.
Yeah, I think it was up on him.
Yeah, I do. But again, you don't like hitters taking strikes either. So it's with that mentality. A little bit inconsistency. It seemed like those two pitches might have been about the same pitch, and one was a ball and one was a strike. Still up 2-1.
Alex didn't love it. Probably not a pitch you want to swing at anyway.
No. That's outside. Well, Gowanda's known for their pitching, but they're struggling with control today.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, even when there are outs, like that was a 3-1 pitch. They got Tyler Karen out. They're going deep in the count over and over. And there's ball 4 on Ahlstrom. Could have possibly been back-to-back walks. Either way, Ahlstrom's on with 1 out now, down by 1. Marauders looking to at least tie it up here with number 3 hitter
Looks
Bryson
like
Travis.
Coach Smith
out.
made the motion for the change here. He must notice something in
Herman's hustling over there.
Yep. Looks like Herman's going to go. Well, we got Gowanda players running all over the diamond here.
Yeah.
Looks like Herman's going to go to the mound.
Looks like a little fire drill going on. And if Zinda's leg is bothering him, it's hard. He's missing high a lot, so it's hard to really stride and finish.
Looks like Zinda's going back into the dugout, so we'll get the changes for Gowanda here in a second, and we'll be back in Dunkirk in 1 minute. Okay. Back in Dunkirk here, the key changes to note. The catcher, Blake Herman, is now on the mound. The shortstop, John Ondas, is now catching. There's a bunch of other positional changes that we have on the field that we'll get to in a minute.
That was interesting.
That was interesting. A throw to first base. Alex Alstrom literally did not take his foot off the base. Brought a chuckle from Al.
Travis looks like straight take, and I'd like to see these hitters when they are taking to do everything except swing, just like they were when they're taking. Time it out.
Looks like the outfield for Gowanda is Phillips in left, the older Herman in center field, and the original right fielder Scholl back in right field.
Little bunch steal action going on.
Alex is going to try to go to third.
Thrown away, ball's out of play.
Ooh.
No, he already had second base, though.
There's going to be a discussion here as to whether he already had second base.
He definitely already had second base, and that ball went out of play, so you would get 2 bases, right?
Yeah, it's one of those where if he retains. Not if he doesn't. Alex knows the rule. That's an interesting one. That's a tough one for the umpires.
Right,
only being 2 guys there.
Yeah.
He's going on the pitch. If he retains second base before the throw is made, it becomes the second play on the ball.
Here we go.
You get 2 bases, but
it's typically from the time of pitch. That's a really tough one to get with 2 umpires out there because there's a lot.
You don't see it often.
There's a lot happening. You see it a lot in the smaller field in softball. You don't see it so much in baseball. But he had a good jump, and with that bunt there, Alex had rounded second base before the
ball went out of play, without a doubt.
It has to be. There's a fly ball deep to left field. That's over
Maybe
Phillips' head. That's going to score Alex. That's also going to score Travis. Lansky with a stand-up double. All evens itself out at the end there.
Absolutely. And Dunkirk now retakes the lead on the big double by the cleanup hitter, Jack Lansky. He's having a season so far at the plate.
To put a bow on that play on the bunt, the thing that makes it very rare in baseball is he actually has to have the base before the throw is made. Not before it goes out of play, which is really tough to do on a 90-foot bases. It's a really limited situation. It's got to be a slow roller, and the runner has to be moving on
before the throw was made. Okay. Good stop here by catcher on this.
That's not something you're typically looking at as an umpire.
No,
because you just don't care. It's 2 from the time of the.
Yep. Brady Corbett up now.
Yep. Jack clears the bases. 4-3 Dunkirk. There's a high fly ball. Tough play for the second baseman. He hung in there. That's one where the right fielder kind of.
He's got to come and call him off. He's like, the second baseman looks at him and is like, dude, take that. Because he was just standing there watching the second baseman. Good play by a second baseman to stay with it. It's not an easy catch.
No, the ball just kind of kept carrying and drifting him farther and farther and farther out. He ended up kind of falling backwards.
It's a much easier play for any outfielder coming in on it. Now there's 2 outs, runner on second. Javi DeJesus up to plate, more than capable of driving Lansky in. It's one of those situations, do you put a runner in for Lansky and then re-enter him? As we know he doesn't have speed. It's early in the game. Maybe you're saving that for later. Not sure who's even on the bench with Adam Fred not here today.
Yeah, there's still some decent speed, decent base running on the bench that he has to go to. That's a ball driven to center field. That's going to bring the...
Turned in, makes the catch, stays with it, yeah.
Both center fielders Gowanda's put out there have made some plays today.
Yeah, absolutely.
To summarize that, I didn't see the scoring on it. I imagine the bunt's a fielder's, or the bunt is an error.
Absolutely. He would have been out at first. He threw it away.
So we'll do 2 runs for Dunkirk on 1 hit with a walk and a runner left on base. At the end of 4 complete, we'll go 4-3 Dunkirk, and we'll be back at Al Stuhlmiller Field in a minute.
Oh, so it is.
You don't want that.
I thought it was.
So it's got to be this iteration of the rule book. The current iteration of the rule book has that in it.
All right, leading off the top of the fifth here, the two-hitter Phillips is up, down 0-1. Zatorsky still on the mound for the Marauders.
Looks like Coach Jagoda's going to ride Nick out and get the win today versus figure out tomorrow.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it needs to be a big win for the Marauders. You know, they lost to Olean this week. You don't want to go down 2 league losses early, and Gowanda is undefeated in the league, so it'll be good to, for the Marauders. It's a win-win. You knock them down and stay within a game of them. Brady Corbett catches the line drive by Phillips. Phillips showing a little bit of frustration here. You can see the Panthers aren't loving the feel of this game right now.
No, this is kind of a Dunkirk. We talked beforehand. I think preseason that the Gowanda was a large favorite, a large betting favorite, as they say, to win this league. And this is the type of game that if you're Dunkirk, you want to play. You kind of lull it to sleep. It's messy. It's sloppy.
And if honestly, if Dunkirk didn't give them those couple of runs,
yes,
because Gowanda does not. They haven't scored a lot of runs. So if you can pitch well against them and stay in the game, you're going to have a chance. You're going to be in any game.
It's a high fly ball to right field. Lansky drifts over, settles under it, makes the catch. And at this point in time, if you're over there sitting in the Gowanda dugout and the coaching staff, you got the top of your order up right now, and you're kind of running out of outs.
Yeah. If Zatorsky retire this out, you got 6 outs left. You can theoretically get through. No, I guess you'd get top of the order with
right.
2 outs.
You only have to face them once, though.
Yeah. And you got to give Zatorsky a little bit, too. I mean, you had that inning. A lot of pitchers and Nick in the past would have emotionally lost control when that happened, when you walk some runs in, hit a batter. But he's out there working hard and he's looking a little confident.
Yeah, he minimized the damage that inning, got back out at it, and has settled in nicely since then. Big batter here. If he can go 3 up, 3 down this inning, minimize his pitch count as well.
Yeah. Frank is giving it to the umpire today, and you can see some of his frustration. Especially in a big win here. It would be a big win for the Marauders. Good pitch.
Ground ball to third. Corbett plays it. Not.
Oh, they're saying it. And the way Ondas dropped. Was there a replay on this? No replay? Dylan, you're killing me, Smalls. Does that count right? 3-1 on the board?
I think so, yes.
You swung on 3-0. Huh?
Yep, it was a 3-1 or 3-0 green light there. All 4. Ondas earns the walk. Breaks up the clean frame for Zatorsky.
Now this becomes a big out for Zatorsky. Pitch count. Also, you want to at least be able to get through the 6th, getting back to the top as well, and keep that momentum. You want to get those bats back up as quickly as possible after a couple hard hit balls last inning.
Pitch missed up.
Push hard, come on, kid.
Ondas taking aggressive secondary, the left-hander hitter up there. Tough for the catcher Jackson to throw to first, especially with 2 outs. You're not going to advise that anyway.
He's been an aggressive base runner all day out there.
Browning right on that pitch, but finds himself down 1-2 now, following it straight back. Umpire checks the ball over. It must be okay. And back to Zatorsky now. 1-2, 2 outs. Ondas on first, the lone base runner for the Panthers. Marauders up 4-3 here in the top of the 5th. And Zatorsky
hits him for the second consecutive time on a curveball.
Here we go. Pick it up.
Yeah, and this time he actually turned a little. First time, he didn't make much of an effort. Still 2 outs here. If he can get out of the inning, no harm.
Yep, Tyler Smith up. I bet 2 consecutive at bat, 2 strike curveballs kind of let Browning off the hook.
Hey, relax. Come on.
Ondas taking a really aggressive lead at second base with the lefty up here. I think he's looking for permission from Coach Smith to
I think
swipe
you're
third.
because he just kind of gave the. Good pitch there. Got back even, 1-1, 2 outs.
It's one of those where if you're Coach Smith, there's limited return on investment for stealing that bag there. On a base hit, you're going to score.
Pass
It
ball. You
does
get
bring in a
score,
pass
yeah.
ball.
Infield hit, things
But
like
unless
that.
you know you can swipe it,
Right.
it's not really a risk worth taking. And Coach Zatorsky, Nick Zatorsky out there also getting the vibe that something was a miss.
Yeah.
There's a line drive to left.
See, and there's a situation. Ball was hit so hard. Travis did a good job getting out. Almost had him at third.
Yep.
On there.
Threw him behind the runner.
Yeah. Where if he did take third base, he does score there. So, still no harm though. First hit of the inning.
Yep.
And a walk hit batter, and now a single to left with bases loaded, 2 outs. And Smuda is up, and who was being DH for, correct? This is who Zinda was hitting for, was Smuda?
I think the next hitter, I think Scholl.
Oh, Scholl.
There's a fly ball to deep center. Alex looks like he's got a good jump on it. That's actually over his head.
Tailed back on him towards center field. I thought that was going to be, no reason to throw that ball. Now bases clearing double. Advances the third on the throw to home. And Gowanda's going to retake the lead. I didn't think that ball was going that deep when he hit it, and it really
just kept going.
And it must have really tailed on Alstrom because he got almost back even with it, but it landed far behind him almost. 6-4 now for the Panthers. Big hit, all with 2 outs. So 2 outs, no one on here in the top of the 5th. Ball 1 high here. Johnny Jackson's really struggling throwing it back to the pitcher. That one almost got away too. And no one's backing him up still, which is one of my pet peeves. Ooh. He's got a chance here, and he's safe in there for another run on the wild pitch, making the score 7-4.
It's been, like I said,
odd game. It's really been an odd game.
The runs are in the score sheet, all earned runs, but neither team has earned a run, I don't think.
Yeah.
This inning is a walk, a hit by pitch,
all
and a
with 2
clean
outs,
double,
yeah.
which is a double.
Right.
But everybody was driven in on the double, was given their bases.
Yes. Yep.
Scores on an overthrow to home plate and a throw that probably shouldn't have been made and a pass ball.
Right. So he should really
give up none.
Yeah, you easily could say that, but runner should be at third still if you don't make that an ill-advised throw to home.
The previous runs for both teams, each team had walked in a run. Dunkirk walked in 2 and hit in 1, I think.
Correct.
It's a really odd game.
It really is. Line drive right at Tyler Karen. Catches it for the final out of the inning with the score Dunkirk 4. Gowanda taking the lead to 7 now with 4 runs that inning.
I think what you have in that inning there, we have 4 runs.
Yeah, it was 4-3, right?
Yep.
Going in.
4 runs on 1 hit.
1 hit.
1 hit. No men left on base. We're going to the middle of 5 here. It looks like it's going to be a battle of the bullpens here. Middle of 5, where it's Gowanda has taken the lead 7-4. We'll be back in a minute here to Al Stuhlmiller Field. Back at Al Stuhlmiller Field for the bottom of the 5th. Best can be described as unique baseball game here in Dunkirk today. A lot of things have happened.
And really, any team, in my opinion, still can win this game.
Absolutely.
It's far from over. Dunkirk has 9 outs remaining. Zatorsky leading off, aggressive cut in the first pitch. Strike 1.
Middle of the field now. Come on, kid. Come on in, 3.
Double shake fastball. I'm wondering if that's what that was.
Yeah.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's stay up. Come on in, 3.
Foul ball. Well, foul on the left side.
Down 1-2 now. Looking to help himself get back in this game and get on base here.
Herman, another? Yeah.
Go.
Called strike 3. Catcher dropped it, but is able to get the ball back and throw him out at first base for the first out of the bottom of the 5th.
It's the first off-speed pitch that Blake had thrown. It was a nice sharp curveball down.
Come on, Donnie Jackson.
Brings up Donnie Jackson.
Come on in, Donnie.
Good swing and a miss on another good fastball to get ahead.
Stay balanced, drive it hard. Come on, kid.
Now, what year is this Herman?
I am not certain, but if you want me to guess, a sophomore or
He's
so.
a-
I believe his brother's a senior. Just
Sure, a good young ball player, that's for
Yeah.
sure. Look great behind the plate. He competes. He swings the bat.
may actually be a freshman.
Come on now.
See if we have that posted to their.
Yeah, right down the middle there.
With a lot of these,
Here you go. Here you go.
well,
Good hitter with 2 now.
New York small school baseball. He's been up on the varsity team for a couple of years, so it's tough to. Freshman, class of 2025. I was just saying, relatively certain he played varsity last year as an 8th grader, was their catcher.
He'd be a sophomore, wouldn't he? If he's a top 25, because Micah's junior, he's 23.
Hey, one for having that bat here.
No? Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, wow. It's a good ball player.
Yep.
Yeah, freshman. Gowanda's known for its baseball. Good history there, and Jackson goes down swinging.
Come on, Scotty K. Let's go with 2. You and Tyler Perry.
2 strikeouts so far. number 9 hitter Scotty Korzinski is up. Hit that fly ball to center field last at bat. I believe that was his last at bat with runners on. Good piece, but right at the center fielder.
Blake attacking the zone early with fastballs. 3 straight first pitch fastballs, first pitch strikes to start the inning.
Once you take the lead, especially, is exactly what you want. And there's, look, he's in control. He didn't like it. Confident enough to step off. Scotty Krasinski did not like that call. Down 0-2 now here with 2 outs. And goes down swinging and was just thrown out of the game after he threw his helmet after the strikeout. So Zach Zentz quickly grabs a glove and looks like running to second base. He'll replace Korzinski.
That'll take him out of the game on Monday, I believe, as well.
Is it the next game?
Relatively confident it is.
And I'm assuming, I don't know this obviously, but he was probably the scheduled starter on the mound for Monday.
I would guess.
That him or Bryson, Travis, but I obviously don't know that, but it
would stand to reason.
Yeah. So Torski's still out there on the mound for the Marauders. He's at 85 pitches unofficially right now. It's interesting.
It's a tough play.
Well, we've all been frustrated over a call, but especially a senior, you gotta be disciplined enough not to get yourself thrown out of the game.
I would agree with that.
I never agree with fire. Not that I've never done it, but fire equipment, things like that. It's just a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, you don't want to give the I mean, there was a swing and miss on strike 3, but you definitely don't want to give the umpire the confusion as to whether you're mad at yourself or mad at him, because if he thinks you're mad at him, that's the result of that.
Well, he slammed his bat down on the plate twice. One was after the called strike 2.
Yep.
And just gave him, stared him down. Just missed low there.
Yeah, he definitely didn't build up any goodwill during the at-bat to earn the benefit of the doubt.
No. 1-1 count. Curveball gets away. I think it's a curveball anyway. From Zatorski, 2-1 now. Top of 6. Dunkirk trailing 7-4 here. Looking to shut them down here and give themselves a chance of 6 outs remaining to get back in this game. Full count now.
Come on, 3, win the battle here. Or your neck, kid, go to work.
Yeah, that likely might make Monday a staff day for Dunkirk.
There's
There's
just
pitching depth here.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about it. Good curveball on a 3-2 count. Slow grounder to Corbett at third.
Need the Jesus
to throws
pick
it in the
cannot.
dirt, and that is going to be an error on the third baseman, Brady Corbett. The Jesus almost came up with that, but couldn't quite hang on, and it dropped down in front of him for an E5 and a runner on first and no outs.
And this is the spot that was the DH, the number 9 hitter. Did not show bunt there, but I think the
No.
Dunkirk bench expecting it
Absolutely, and why wouldn't you? You're up 3. Let's get a runner on second for the top of your order with 1 out.
here. This may be take a strike and then bunt.
Could be. He definitely wasn't taking there. It didn't look like he was looking to swing the bat. Or at least he did a good job taking a pitch, like we talked about earlier. 1-1 count now. And not squaring there either. So letting his batter here hit. As Coach Smith, I really thought we were going to see a bunt for sure.
Yeah, I was under the.
Maybe he can't bunt. There is that.
Yeah. Maybe you're up 3. The player you're DHing for, it may be that he's most comfortable, and you know he's taking a disciplined at bat.
Yeah, yeah.
No, he's going to take a
Another
disciplined at
ball
bat.
in the dirt from the catcher to the pitcher.
Satorsky takes the sign and misses ball 4. That 5. That's a pitch about 100. Waiting.
We're saying he offered at the pitch. Or, I guess they're saying you hit the bat. But umpires disagree, so it is ball 4. Jagoda is going to the mound here. And that will do it for Nick Zatorsky.
He'll close the book on Zatorsky, get his line of the day. Is responsible for the 2 runners on base, but he'll leave having given up 7 runs, 3 of which were earned through 5 innings. Walked 6, struck out 0, and is responsible for the 2 runners left on base. Entering the game.
Now the first runner was on by an error.
Yep. Yep. So that runner won't change anything. The runner at first base would be the run.
Correct.
Would be the run to score, change the earned run. Look like Coach Jagoda's got multiple changes coming on. He's got a new catcher coming in, senior Nate Pekulski. Bryson Travis to the mound. Nate.
And I think that one of the reasons he took Donnie out was because the throw's back to the pitcher. And Nate just threw it over the pitcher's head there. So a little of the Ips here. You have to think Major League 2.
And assuming I haven't seen him come back out of the dugout, but that Nick is going to take Bryson's spot in left field. Or it could be multiple moves being made here with moving around the infield too, but
I don't. You would think if it was someone else.
Marcel went in for Zatorsky?
Must be yes.
We don't know because,
Marcel
there's
is
a
out in
defensive
center
change.
field.
Marcel Carter in left field. We'll get the batting order changes going because we can't assume that these are straight up 1 for 1 because.
Well, he would have to be in the lineup right now for Zatorsky. Oh, Nate.
Could have gone. You don't know who.
Yeah, that's right.
Pekulski's either in for Jackson or Zatorsky, and Carter's either in for Jackson or Zatorsky. We'll get that as they come back up, but those are the 2 subs.
Yeah.
Defensively for Dunkirk, we'll have Carter in left, Alstrom in center, Lansky in right. Around the infield, looks like it's going to stay the same of the Jesus at first, Zentz at second, in for Korzinski, Karen at short, Corbett at third, Pekulski now behind the plate, and Bryson Travis on the mound. Top of the order up for Gowanda and Phillips, Herman, and Ondas. Nobody out. Bottom of 6th inning, Gowanda up 7-4. Phillips 0 for 3 on the day.
No outs here still.
Phillips runs well, hits well too, so you doubt that there's a bunt in play here with a senior, one of your senior leaders up.
Well, if you didn't bunt with your 9-hitter that was being DH for, you would say unlikely for Phillips, but again, you never know. Good stop there by Nate, who came in behind the plate for Donnie Jackson.
1 ball, 1 strike. Different look for the Gowanda batters here. Bryson, righty, throws a little harder than Zatorsky does.
Did not get that high. That strike has been, or strike ball, whatever you want to pitch, has been inconsistent today. It's been called at times and it hasn't been called at times. Travis did not get it there. And Travis just gained a little velocity from last year.
Yeah, he throws hard. He might be the hardest thrower on the Dunkirk team.
I would agree from what I saw down in Myrtle Beach with that.
Let's go.
2-2 count here. And ball 3 gets by the catcher, and the runners are going to advance to second and third now with no outs and a full count.
Hey, win the battle here, win the battle here. Let's go.
Coach to go to force to bring the infield in here. Never something that's ideal.
No, rarely. It's a very difficult thing to work.
Nothing.
Runners not advanced, but it is ball 4. Now the bases are loaded. With Herman up to bat.
See what happens here. He's had a couple of really aggressive at-bats attacking early fastballs. Bryson, predominantly a fastball pitcher. Infield on the grass.
Ball 1.
It's probably a good spot ball 1. You're up in the zone. You have a hitter who's known to be aggressive.
Yeah,
see
not
if he'll
a bad
chase.
pitch. Absolutely not. Good pitch there, low and away.
Yep, and a good take by Blake. You're up 1-0 on the count with
Absolutely.
good run driving in potential. That's not a pitch to swing at. Two balls, 1 strike. No outs, bases loaded. Top of the 6th inning, Gowanda looking to break it open.
Dunkirk needs to shut it down here to stay in this game.
Need to minimize.
Good play there by Zach Zentz.
Good hustle down the line by Blake, making a 4-2-3 double play impossible.
Yeah, and we talked about the difficulty bringing infield in, but it definitely worked there. Balls hit hard. The sophomore Zentz, who just replaced Scotty Gorzinski, fielded the ball and threw a strike to home for the out. 1 out now. Bases are still loaded after the fielder's choice, but no runs scored. So
It is the time of the year that this works. The ball was
sure.
drilled into the grass, which is soft, and a ball that in August may skip through was deadened a little bit.
Absolutely.
Zen stayed in front of it nicely.
Oof. That was strength versus strength there. Honest was teeing off on that fastball, and he's right on it, follows straight back. Well, the other thing, too, though, if that ball's hit 3 feet one way or the other.
You're not moving. It was right at him.
That's right. I mean, even in this field, in this time of year, you know, where if he's back, it's still.
It's an out.
Right. It's just. It's tough, but Zentz made the play. They need 1 more of those or a strikeout here on this, which would be a big out. The ball gets away. And not coming from third.
Shull. It's another one where Dunkirk may be fortunate here as to how this is unfolded.
So 1-1 count. Place has gotten real quiet too.
Yeah, some of the energy's been sucked out of the decent crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
Both teams actually traveled well. It's a Saturday evening game, a rarity for There's a good spotted fastball on the outer third.
Surprised to see Ondas take that pitch, to be honest with you.
Yep.
You know, especially the infield in, you drive that to right field, hit it hard even on the ground. Like we talked, there's a lot of room.
This is a time where Bryson does not throw a lot of off-speed pitches. If you have one in your arsenal, maybe to roll it out. And it was slider down.
Up, yeah.
It's a good, fought that off well. It was a good pitch and a good swing. Burning it. Likely was down, but was a strike out of the hand.
Oh, yeah. That's a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes, no doubt about it, and he wasted it. It's a good job as a hitter.
They go up with a fastball here. Oh, down with a fastball.
And that counts even now, 2-2.
2-2. It's another one where if you have confidence in that slider, this is a good spot to roll it out again. Got to have double confidence. You have confidence in the slider and confidence you can throw a fastball for a strike, 3-2.
And you have confidence in your catcher to block it, too.
Yep.
It's a lot of C's.
Fastball
Popped
up.
him out.
This is a no man's land spot. Second
he
base.
dropped. Second. Oh, was going for the force at home. Touch on the base. He did. He's out. So that is a play how often you see that play?
Well,
we talked about a strange game, and that's about as strange as it gets.
It's not a hit.
It was a fielder's choice.
It's a fielder's choice. So what
From the
typically
right
would be a single to right, a fielder's choice.
A
9-2.
9-2 fielder's choice.
Yeah, 9-2 fielder's choice.
And that was a real tough situation. Although if you're not tagging there, what do you do as a runner? If you're not going to tag, then you're farther off in case it does drop. But
and you have a complicated issue in that it was a really shallow fly ball.
Yeah.
Borderline infield fly normally.
Got him.
Got him.
Wow. What? This game just got stranger.
Did he throw 17? I'm not sure if he threw 17 out there or not.
Well, what? I mean, so he had bases loaded, no outs. Ground ball second. Zenz fields it, throws him out. Short fly ball to right field. Goes off the right fielder's Blansky's glove. Runner doesn't read it right. Tough read, no doubt. Yes. Throws him out at home on the force out. And then you get the third out on a pass ball and a bang-bang play at home. Now that is something you can't make up. That sequence of events, there's no doubt about it.
You do not see that often.
No. We've seen a lot of, you don't see that every day tonight, if nothing else.
Looks like he did not. Looks like he was just given a warning on the last play that there was not an ejection.
Now, if I didn't see, did he throw stuff too? I didn't see exactly what he did.
It's an interesting dynamic there of.
Did he do anything prior to throwing anything?
It was a second. It was an interesting. Those are all discretionary calls.
Yeah.
The reason I said that there was an interaction between the two and a point, and on the point I wasn't sure if that's what had happened.
Right. He at least gave him a warning. I did see that. And the wind is picking up. If you can't tell at home, you can hear in our microphones out of nowhere.
Yeah, it is. The guy dropped 10 degrees in the last 2 seconds. We're going to take a break here from Al Stuhmiller Field. Score 7-4. Back in Dunkirk. First pitch fastball again from Herman. I think that's every batter. We've started off with the first pitch fastball. Fouled away by Karen. No balls, 1 strike. The chill is settled in here at Al Stu Miller Field.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, Herman, the young Herman here, has really settled things down a little bit for Gowanda coming on the mound. He's pounding the zone. Good fastball there. Caught Karen a little off guard. Didn't look like he was quite ready to tee off on that pitch, and had to take it for strike 2.
There's a clean single into the gap, possibly a
2.
double.
I think it's going to be 2 without
Definitely.
a doubt.
Karen runs well. Good. I'm telling you, Gowanda's outfield is impressive.
Yeah,
Both kids they put in second base have tracked the ball well.
That's a good 2-strike swing going opposite field with Karen. Went with the pitch and found the gap.
This is the point in time where Dunkirk needs to cash in a run, maybe 2 here.
Absolutely. Top of the order now. And
2 reasons. 1, get a run or 2. 2, get it back so you cycle around, so if you make some noise in the 7th, you get your top of the order back up.
Good hold there.
I think Alex had read that it had been a stream of first pitch fastball so far and was kind of
Yeah,
teed up for one down the middle.
Take ball 2 now. Herman falling behind for the first time in a while.
First time from the stretch possibly for him.
True.
Was it an easy inning last inning?
Yeah, he came in with runners on, didn't he? Kazinda came out after a couple walks.
Bases loaded though. Not sure where he started.
Was it first, second? But I can't remember for sure. But
Yeah.
he definitely had been in a groove prior to that. Yeah.
Alstrom takes time after Herman had taken a little bit to get the pitch.
This is serious.
3-0.
It's an interesting spot for Coach Jagoda.
I think,
You
especially
need
the
3?
veteran here, yeah, I think you got to have him take because he doesn't tie the game himself. You're going to trust him even if he takes a strike here. He's still going to be able to hit 3-1. I think, unfortunately, you probably take him being down 3 in the 6th.
And him looking through a windscreen trying to cheat to see what the sign is that came in, but I couldn't see Coach Jagoda. It's a straight take.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. 'Cause I don't think Herman can throw it by Alex anyway.
Yeah, fastball count still
Yeah,
3-1.
Right. You're down by 1.
Even
Maybe have
2.
a swing or yeah. Still got to come at him again though. 3-2 here.
Yep.
And you got to think, especially up 3, you don't want to walk him, so you're going to make him earn it here with another fastball, I would think.
Alex gets wide, kind of shortened up with 2 strikes.
Herman wanted that pitch, and he's letting the umpire know. That was close, but it was a ball inside. Tying run is now at the plate here with no outs in the bottom of the 6th. Bryson Travis out.
Interesting new catcher in. Gowanda, though, runs a bunch of back pick plays.
I don't think taking a chance stealing third's the play you want to make right now anyway.
No, more interested to see if they put something on
Yeah,
at
back
first
pick,
base,
yep.
back pick.
Absolutely.
Buenos ojos.
1-1 count now on Travis. Again, Dunkirk down 3, but tying run is at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Looking to get right back in this game with 3, 4, 5 up for the Marauders. Oh, swung at a ball in the dirt, but this gets away from the catcher as a curveball and fooled him there.
Advance them to put 2 runners in scoring position.
Absolutely. 1-2 count now for Travis. Good speed on the base path with Karen in Alstrom. Fly ball would score 1.
Single likely scores 2, unless it's hard right at somebody.
Yeah. The catchers are over framing pitches.
Yeah,
It's hard, you know,
you get
that's
to move it an inch or 2. Beyond that, and you're almost telling them that it's not a ball.
when you're doing it every pitch too, you're not getting the pit call as much, in my opinion.
Yep.
You do it too much and they stop even considering it.
Ooh, big
pitch
pitch by Blake. Gets the first out of the inning, strikes out Bryson.
And
Brings up Jack Lansky, who's did a couple of doubles yesterday, a double today.
a long out as well.
A long out fly ball is going to score a run here, likely give you a runner on third.
The right hitter here for sure for Dunkirk.
I think there's a comfort issue with Blake in the stretch. He has, as soon as that pass ball was, he moved back to the windup and really it seems like a different pitcher.
Yeah, you're right. Strike 1 on Lansky, called strike. And the catcher just noticed what I just noticed. There might have been a little pitch tipping going on out there, and I think Andis noticed it and went out to talk to his pitcher.
Come on, 1-5. Come on, kid. Head over the plate. Head over the plate.
It's a veteran move on both ends.
Absolutely.
At the catcher and on base.
Absolutely.
Looks like Alex is still giving location.
Come on now.
Jack taking the first 2 pitches for strikes. 0-2 now. Pitchers count. 1 out, runner in second, third. And he chased the high one in 3 straight pitches now. Put down the hot hitting Lansky, and now Brady Corbett is up. And the leadership of Gowanda is, talking to their freshman pitcher, but I'm telling you what, this kid likes to compete.
Yeah.
He gave himself a little chest pump when he struck out Travis, knowing that was a big out, and he's out there working hard. You got to give him some respect and props the way he plays this game.
This is a big at-bat for Dunkirk here. Corbett's been hot in the season. You can't come out of this with 0.
Yeah, first and second, no outs, down by 3.
Second and third no outs after the pass
Yeah,
ball.
that's right, because it was a 1-2 count, but you're right, it was still no outs, absolutely.
You got to have somebody put the ball in play to
My bad.
score a run.
No rocking. 0-1 count here on Corbett. Fastball's high.
Load up sooner. Come on, Mom.
You would think you're just going to probably see a curveball here after that high fastball.
You would think if pattern holds, and people watching likely can hear the wind whistling in the microphones. It has substantially picked up.
The temperature has definitely dropped. That was a fastball, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think this is my best pitch hit it.
Yeah. 1-2 count now on Corbett. It was a foul tip, but strike 2 either way. Catcher caught it as well. And he struck out the side with runners on second, third. So big performance there by Herman on the mound to keep Dunkirk off the board there in the 6th. Going in the 7th inning, Dunkirk down by 3, and we'll be back after this break.
on, D. Let's go.
Okay, we are back here in the top of the 7th. Dunkirk down by 3. Bryson Travis still on the mound for the Marauders. And he definitely went on that. Strike 1.
Zach, you're wet.
Herman leading it off. Curveball inside, almost. Oh, sorry, that's Browning, not Herman.
Almost turned into that one.
Yep.
He's been hit twice today, I
Yes,
think.
he did. Yeah, it was almost a third curveball that hit him, too. Fastball inside, 2-1 now.
Go to work now. Come on, man.
Fastball just missed there. 3-1 now. Dunkirk absolutely needs to shut it down here to have a chance in the bottom of the 7th. You don't want to go down by any more than 3.
Fouled
Fastball.
straight back.
It's in full count now. And the pitch. Ground ball right at one hopper to Javi the Jesus for an easy out. Good job by Bryson Travis battling back to get the out there, down 3-1 in the count.
Oh, little life here, let's go. Work on this, Bryson, come on.
Important out there for Bryson to get the leadoff hitter.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially down 3-1. You don't want to give a leadoff walk by any means.
Especially since the way the day is tracking. The way the day is tracking is those runners score.
Good
That's a
curveball.
sharp breaking
yeah.
ball from Bryson, the first one of the day. He's had a couple that nibbled with the zone and fell out, but that was a good, clean slider.
Now, if Bryson can start doing that consistently, he's going to be pretty tough on the mound with that fastball.
And a little bit of a, I don't know how to best classify it, but non-traditional motion, kind of has a little bit of a hip hang and a high leg kick. There's some deception involved in it too.
Sure.
Throws hard to begin with, and it even pops a little more because it's kind of a deliberate delivery.
1-1 now. Back-to-back curveballs to open up on Smith. Ball 2.
Let's go, Pete.
Ball 3, went back-to-back hitters now. Travis falls behind 3-1. Battled back and got the first batter. See if he can do the same with Smith. And there's strike 2.
Good fastball on the outer edge.
Yeah.
Batter thought it was off the edge. Nate Mikulski framed it up nice. That's
a good pitch in any count, really.
Yep.
Not a bad take. We talked about that earlier. Up 3-1, tough pitch to hit anyway.
Yep. Yeah, 3-1, you're looking for a pitch to drive. That pitch on the outer edge probably isn't that. That is it. Fastball middle third.
And the left fielder, Marcel Carter, was been standing almost on the line. He barely came in the picture, and that ball's in left center.
Yeah.
That's a hit no matter what, but
clean single, probably not a double.
Right. He's still, I can't see him now. He's got to be close to the line down there in left.
Yeah, he is. Playing the pole, shall we say.
Yeah, yeah. Try to take away the double. Oh, wait. Infielders do that. Sorry. And Coach
Yeah,
Segota
outfielders that
just
do that
moved
pinch
him
the
over.
gas.
Yeah. He definitely went on that. Good pitch there by Travis. Back-to-back hitters leading off with a curveball here, too. Trying to change it up a little bit.
It's a subtle play by Pekulski there. Curveball in the dirt keeps it in front of him,
Yeah.
prevents him from advancing where he can score without a hit.
Absolutely. Jesus is coming in here. I'm not really sure.
Expecting bunt.
I mean,
It's
he
an odd
wouldn't be-
scenario for it.
Yeah. I guess he would charge. I mean, Zenz is nowhere near first base. There's no way he'd be getting there if he. That's what they're thinking.
One out, though.
Yeah. I got the call there. Good spot. It's a tough spot to hit. Up 1-2 now on the batter.
One, two. Bryson looks in, checks the runner.
The batter called time and got it before the pitch.
Bryson had taken a lot of time on that
Yeah.
one. That's a good play by Smuda. 7-4 Gowanda, top of the 7th inning, 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strike count on the batter. Curveball stayed up.
Here we go, defense, make a play here.
Travis came up limping a little bit after that pitch.
Yeah, this Dunkirk team's kind of turned into a walking wounded situation. Yeah,
Good
he's
stop
not good.
there. No, he's definitely. He's cramping up. That's a lot better sign than a pulled muscle or something like that. Yeah. But you definitely could see it in the pitch before, and it was obvious on that one. But the last thing you want to have is a strained calf muscle or something for Travis right now.
Well, he popped on that one. I got nervous.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
Achilles territory.
Oh, that too.
This is a tough spot here because now you got a 3 ball, 2 strike count on the batter. Pitcher trying to work through some cramping issues.
Yeah. And if he,
No room to find it.
No, not at all. I mean, if he comes up hobbling, throws in dirt or something again here, no fault of his, but you almost have to take him out at that point.
3-2.
Good hitter at the plate. It's an important pitch of the game right now here.
And he
Good
found it there,
pitch.
absolutely. Not sure what Smuda was doing taking that pitch, but strike 3 for Travis, and had to bear down and grit it out and get a big out for the Marauders. See if he can get out of this now with a runner on second, 2 outs.
It's a sneaky, tough spot for the batter. You got a pitcher who's struggling. The last
Yeah.
2 pitches, he literally fell down in the middle and hadn't been near the plate.
Well,
Composes himself and hits a fastball in the black on the outside.
nice pitch there. Ground ball to Karen, makes the play, and Travis gets out of the inning, not giving up any runs. Good job.
That's what we've gotten a lot out of Tyler Karen. Calm at short. He's grown up a lot this first month of the
absolutely.
season. Just not making the play go too fast.
Yeah, definitely
Calm,
took his
I
time
can
there.
field it. I can make a throw, and he's out. I don't need to. There's a tendency for young players when they make their debut at the next level, whether it be from modified to JV, JV to varsity, different levels of travel,
Yeah.
that they feel like they got to rush.
Yeah, the game goes too fast for you.
Yeah. And then oftentimes when you say the game goes too fast, you go too fast for yourself.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
speeding things up in your head, and
That's what I mean.
yeah, just
absolutely.
play. But yeah, you play faster than you need to.
Yeah.
But he has done a really good job of being a steady, calming influence at shortstop. Looks like we have no defensive changes for Gowanda going in the bottom of the 7th. Dunkirk's going to lead off with Javi DeJesus. Scheduled up next would be Marcel Carter. See if there's any changes, and then we'll get Nate Pekulski coming up after that. This is we'll figure out what the order is as it comes up, but this is the zone where the changes came into effect that he made defensively an inning ago.
Yeah, and both the starters could re-enter and hit if Coach Dugoda chooses to.
Also going to have scheduled to hit in here somewhere will be Zach Zentz for Scotty Korzinski as well.
He cannot re-enter.
He cannot re-enter.
Right.
But we'll see people for the first time getting some at-bats here late.
It's the key at bat here for the Marauders. You want to get the leadoff batter on. You need base runners down by 3. It all starts with the first guy.
Really composed freshman on the mound here for Gowanda. He's going to have a good future out there. I will make a prediction.
And he's looked really good behind the plate, too.
Yep.
And he's hitting 2 for him.
Yeah.
Not many freshmen can come in and do that.
Handful of hits in the game. He's got one of them.
Yeah, first hit of the game.
Yeah. Into about the 4th inning, was the only clean hit of the game.
Right. 2-0 count here on DeJesus. And he's swinging away on 2-0, and he turns on that one. And it's out of here into the tennis court fence here. And here's the replay. And he definitely turned on that ball.
Yep.
Well, that's one way to get a base runner. Down by 2 now, no outs, still in it, the Marauders are.
Well, we got to calmly work their way to a base runner here and see if they can't grind 2 more out of this.
Let's see if they... Try to get the ball for DeJesus. Someone up there threw it right back in. I don't know where, if it ended up in anyone's pocket or not, but it came right back in. And Marcel Carter is hitting for Zatorski, which strike 1. 1-1 now.
A couple of good pitches for Herman.
Absolutely.
Fastball over the plate at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Fastball that missed down and away for strike 2. Neither one of those are going to get put up. They're going to get hit over the fence. Those are pitches that are destined to be rolled over and turned into ground balls. Third pitch of the at bat, inner third also on the down.
Carter's down 1-2 now. Fouls off a fastball. Staying alive.
Marcel, who didn't play baseball last year, back at it after some time off. Just a good athlete, leading scorer on the basketball team, I believe.
Yeah, he had to be out there. And really, with you add in the COVID year, it's been at least 2 or
2,
3 years.
yeah.
It's tough it's a tough sport as it is, and when you're not playing it, you lose a lot of that timing and skills that you used to take for granted.
Just a good
Just
a good athlete there, putting the bat to the ball and wasting a pitch.
Absolutely, and he was behind it, but he was able hand-eye coordination and get the barrel on the ball to foul it off and stay alive here. Still 1-2 on Carter. Dunkirk down 2. No base runners here. No outs. Ball in the dirt. He laid off. Make it 2-2. Good at bat so far here for Carter. Let's see if he can finish it off now. Fouled off another one. That might have been high, but too close to take, and Carter fouls it off. Staying alive, 2-2 count here. Be a huge base runner for Marauders. He's able to get on. The tying run would come to the plate.
And if nothing else, it's an uncomfortable at bat for Herman.
Absolutely.
He's throwing a
Giving up a
curveball,
home
you've
run.
thrown fastballs, he just keeps putting the bat on the ball, making him earn the out.
Going outside corner here, and it's slow. Now he's got speed. What a good throw by the third baseman. He gets him, but that's a good at bat by Carter coming off the bench.
Yep.
And this is going to bring up another first-time hitter.
Nate Pekulski. Way Marcel was shaking his hands running back to the dugout. I think that one got in on the handle and jammed him. So it looks like batting order-wise, we're going to have Nate Pekulski and then Zentz on deck after that.
And if either one's able to get on, you'd be at the top
of the order, yep.
Yeah, so key at bats for these, 3 first-time batters of the game. Need 1 or 2 of them to get on here. And 1-1 count now. Yeah, imagine Nate's taking there.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Hey, dog. Come on, Nate. We need it, kid. We need this.
Don't think there's a lot of wheels on the bench at Coach Jagoda's disposal if Nate gets on.
And now he finds his way behind 1-2.
Sun's kind of dipped down a little farther. It's shining in the pitcher's eyes, it looks like, about to go down behind the school.
And Pekulski goes down swinging for the second out. Dunkirk's down to its last chance here with Zachary Zentz up for the first time today. But if he can get on, you got top of the order up.
Oh, babe, Zach. Come on here, Zach.
Strike 1 for Zentz. A good spot for pitcher. Low inside, right at the knees.
It's a good take. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Wound up 7-5. Bottom of the 7th inning. Dunkirk down to their final out. Freshman Blake Herman on.
And sophomore Zach Zentz. So
At
the
plate,
future is up for both teams here. And Zentz a little late on that.
Load up quick, drive through it now, come on. Head over the plate. Come on there, 1-6.
Tyler Karen on deck, waiting for an opportunity if Zach can make it to the first. 1 ball, 2 strike. Battery goes through the signs.
Missed just high there. 2-2 count.
That was closer than the catcher wanted, but also
Catcher
makes
started
it tough.
to stand up,
Makes
too.
it tough to get that call because he wanted that ball up and kind of stood up. It's on the border as it is, and you block the umpire on your way up.
And you're telling the umpire it's a ball when you start standing up for it.
Yep.
Inside, ball 3,
ball,
full
2
count.
strikes. Yep.
Come on now, ball 4, big hit, come on. Win the battle here, 1-6, win the battle.
She's watching you. Yo, Zach, you need to be so smart right now. You don't need to
Come on here, Zach. Come on, kid, come on, babe.
Here we go. 3-2 pitch and pop up. Is that going to stay in play? There's not a lot of room over there. Is he in play? He is right on the out of play line. He's able to make a tough catch, and that does it. Final score 7-5. Gowanda over Dunkirk in the league game here on a Saturday night. Definitely an interesting game. Here we saw a lot of first things and tough loss for the Marauders.
It's it's. I don't know how to. I don't know how to summarize that one. Really, it was a comedy of things. So we had a fielder's choice from right field. We had some things happen.
It was a different game. It had a different feel to it. Neither team was sharp early. There's no doubt about it. A lot of runs, like you said, they weren't unearned runs necessarily, but they weren't really earned runs.
Yeah, they didn't have to work hard for them.
On either side. And you just thought, for a while there, it looked like, okay, Dunkirk's going to take control of this game, and they're gonna get a win and even out this league gains pretty quick. And that one bad inning, Gowanda kind of took over, and Dunkirk had a couple bottom six, had a chance to get back into it and couldn't score after getting first and second. Actually, second and third, no outs and no runs scored. And that to me really was a big difference.
Inning, yeah. The final unofficial lines, according to Emma, are Gowanda 7 runs on 5 hits with an error. Dunkirk 5 runs on 5 hits with 3 errors. Dunkirk, the only multi-hit person was Javi DeJesus with a home run in the 7th inning and a single early on. Gowanda, Tyler Smith had 2 hits on the day. I think that might have been it, actually. And yeah, it was an interesting day. Pitching lines for the day: Zatorsky went 5 for Dunkirk. 4 hits, 7 runs, 3 of them earned, 6 walks. Bryson Travis went the remaining 2, giving up no runs, only giving up 1 hit with 1 K and 1 walk. The Herman brothers throwing for Gowanda. The first 2 2/3 from Cole. 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Zinda threw 2/3 of an inning, giving up 1 run unearned. And then the younger Herman brother threw the last 3 2/3 innings technically of the game. 3 hits, 2 runs, and 3 2/3, 1 earned. Importantly, 1 walk. Gowanda surrendered 9 walks on the day, only 1 in the last 3 2/3 innings, striking out 7 in that time for the freshman. So yeah, it was an interesting day, but broadcast-wise, Shannon and I will be back at it Monday, 4:30 p.m. from Fredonia, scheduled right now from Fredonia High School, but I think weather will dictate what field they're using for that game. But weather permitting, we will be here for the broadcast. It should be a good rivalry game between Dunkirk and Fredonia on Monday.
Absolutely.
So, was fun, Shannon. We'll do it again on Monday.
Thanks for inviting me, yeah.
Thanks, Dylan, for putting everything together for us on a Saturday. And everybody enjoy the rest of their weekend.
Have a good night, everyone.